Hola!
Hola,
I'm Shannon,
I'm Brent.
and this is Brent and Shannon's Excellent Adventures. And today we are talking about San Jose del Cabo and where else?
And the East Cape.
And the East Cape. The East Cape was awesome. For those of you that haven't been following along, we are back in Canada now. That's
As you
why
can
we're
tell.
dressed like this, but we are catching up on our adventure videos. So, anyways, and having a beer and some tequila, maybe some tacos later while we
We got a
miss
fire
Mexico.
going.
Yeah, so anyways, before we get started on San Jose del Cabo and the East Cape, please like, comment,
Share.
subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. And when we got started on our adventure, we used YouTube to learn a whole bunch of things. So it's really helpful if you do. So anyways, back to San Jose del Cabo.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we were only in Cabo there for a night, but
Yeah.
there was so much to see. We packed a lot in.
We did. We never stopped.
No, we don't stop much at all. So we had left Cabo San Lucas, drove the short distance into San Jose del Cabo, pulled into our little Airbnb.
But coming in to San Jose del Cabo, there's lots of resorts.
Yeah,
There's big golf course. And it's pretty nice. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. You come in from what they call the corridor, and right away, yeah, you do see a lot of high-end stuff, so I mean that's there. The golf courses, San Jose del Cabo is really known for its golf courses. If you're a golfer or like you, what do you do?
I'm a slicer.
So anyways, really good place to go if you like to golf. But we found our Airbnb, and again, if you know us, you know that we're finding these little hole-in-the-wall $30 a night Airbnbs.
And they're hole in the walls, but they're clean and they're
there. And I remember this particular one that we were going to, and he's going, I'm telling him the directions to go there, and he's going, are you sure? Are you sure? Because next thing you know, we're up this little dirt road and everything. But we pulled into this place. This was the first Airbnb we were at that had a separate bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't much. It was in a neighborhood where there was barking dogs all night and all that kind of
Mexico.
stuff.
But I mean, it had a little courtyard in the back. There was nothing. It's just concrete walls, but there was a little outdoor space.
And it had a nice big bedroom and bathroom, kitchen,
hot water and Wi-Fi.
Hot water and Wi-Fi. That's what we look for. So anyway, so it was good. So we got in there, and then the very first thing that we did was go to look for Playa Palmilla. And that is the go-to beach in San Jose del Cabo.
Yeah.
And again, when you're going there, you have to go through sort of the really high-end golf course area.
Yeah, and then off the road over a overpass, and then down through kind of a resort almost.
Yeah, I think that was the golf course.
Yeah, and then down into a big dirt parking lot.
And it's busy. So if you plan on going to spend a day there, it's really, really popular. So get there early if you plan on going to spend the day. But
we got a spot, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember you complained about having to walk. So, anyways, that is the go-to beach in San Jose del Cabo. So we did that for a little while. until it was almost sunset, and then we went and got changed up, and then we went down into the art district. Now the art district is so amazing. There's so many neat little art shops, and
Yeah, it's pretty cool and clean.
Yeah, clean, really clean. You could just go forever poking in shops and finding unique art, unique gifts.
Yeah, or if you're the man, you get those benches you can sit on and wait.
Yeah, you can sit outside and eat corn and smoke.
Eat street corn. We had some good street corn there.
Yeah,
that's probably the best street corn we had.
Yeah, that was the first time that we had the street corn. So you either get the corn in the cup, or you get it smothered in all the spices and butter and
on the cob.
On the cob.
And they put chili powder and stuff in cheese.
I don't know how to say what they call it in Spanish, but
it's a little it's a little neater to eat if it's in a cup.
Yeah,
because you end up getting cheese and corn and everything.
Yeah. And then you also get, and I don't know what they call it, at these same stands. They're a bag of tacos or taquitos or whatever, nachos like we call them in Canada, and then they're smothered in all of the...
It's just a bag, like a bag of chips, and they pop it open.
Yeah.
They put the corn in there, I think they crush it first a little bit.
Yeah, and then they put the corn in and all the chili pepper and all of the stuff in there.
And then they give you a little plastic fork because they still use plastic.
Yes. Anyways, so the art district is really, if you only have a short time there, like we were there for less than 24 hours, go and check out the art district. They have, like we said, all those art shops and everything, really cool, really nice fine dining and restaurants. Like, it was really just happening.
We had that really good breakfast the next morning there.
Yeah, it was. But we haven't finished talking about...
I know.
Yeah, you're all about the food.
Well, you start talking about corn.
I know, you're all about the food. So anyways, and that's right down where the cathedral is. The cathedral dates back to like the 18th century or something like that. That's also where the San Jose del Cabo sign is, if you're sign chasing like we were, but really, really neat. And then they also have a historic downtown where they have an art walk and stuff. So San Jose del Cabo is really artsy. Like a lot of artists there.
Yeah, we actually liked it. We thought if we were going to buy anywhere on the Baja, San Jose del Cabo would have been the spot. Just because it's not Cabo. It's not quite there.
Yeah, it's still got a really mellow feel to it. It's not super commercialized.
They got the square down there. There was a stage where people could perform. There was some people dancing or something.
They were doing dance lessons, and the kids were tap dancing there. Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah, and then
kids were roller skating,
playing soccer and whatever. It was a nice spot. Lots of benches and
Yeah, so it's a must see if you are going to, like most people go to Cabo San Lucas for their all-inclusive vacation or whatever, but take a day trip to San Jose del Cabo. You won't regret it.
Whatever. Stay a couple of nights. Grab an Airbnb, you know, rough it a little and just enjoy.
Yeah, it was good. So, wish we could have been there longer, but we were on a mission
to go to the East Cape.
To go to the East Cape. And yes, before we did go to the East Cape, we did have a couple of meals, and you're getting ahead of yourself, but remember we went before we went to our Airbnb, we went across to check out the Marina. So you go across that bridge. And we went and checked out the area where you can go and fish. You can go rent a boat and all that. There's fishermen there waiting to
And it's
take
the
you
same
out.
way. It's the same way to go up the east.
Yeah.
Coast.
So there we went into, there's a hotel right there. Can't remember what the name of it is, but it's right near the marina and near where you're going to go and jump on a fishing boat. And he had baked cheese with all kinds of stuff smothered all over it.
Yeah, it was pretty deadly. Like it was not baked. It was fried cheese, kind of folded up, and it had all kinds of stuff on it. It was good.
Yeah. There's some really good food in Mexico. You're so funny. So what he's got
I don't even know what it was called.
Well, that's crusted cheese underneath.
That's what it is, right?
There. And then you've got some shrimp on there.
The green salsa is not guacamole, it's salsa, it's spicy. Be careful.
Okay, thank you. I like spicy. Yeah, so that looks yummy. And I have some fish tacos. Yum, yum. How's that?
You don't want to bite?
Yeah, I do.
No.
Come on. So, and then we also saw that one restaurant. We didn't actually eat at it, but because we're downtown and there's a beach right there. But it wasn't. It was just this really fancy restaurant that had a whole beach scene in it.
And you had to go check it out.
It looked like people were having fires on the beach, but it was just the whole restaurant scene. It was really cool. And then the next morning, right on the main drag of the art district, then we went and had the most amazing breakfast.
It was really good.
I had the divorced eggs. I love having the divorced eggs.
Yeah, it was
It's
kind of
the red
it
sauce,
was
green
kind of
sauce.
just out of the main district there, and it was nice family, really good service.
Yeah, that's the way it is in Mexico. So, we're having some morning brekkie, or almost lunchtime, but we still got brekkie here in San Jose del Cabo. Love
It here.
Love this little town. Like, we're in a different part of town today than we were at last night. I'm having my divorced eggs, which I just discovered today means I get a red sauce and a green sauce. Coffee here is excellent. Service is unbelievable. I like in the restaurants in Mexico, they always bring you a little thing to hang your purse or your jacket on. So that's really cool. But yeah, we're moving on to camping today. But before we head off to the East Cape, I got a really great hike in right in the center of town. Just beautiful. If you haven't heard about the East Cape, so when you're looking at the regular Google map, and we were heading back to La Paz to get the ferry, they're going to take you on the main road. But Mr. Smarty Pants here discovered another little road. How did
By
you do it?
watching YouTube.
By watching YouTube.
And people doing it.
And he said, you know what? I think we can do this little road. This road runs along the water, hey?
Yeah.
And
Runs along the water. There's all kinds of, like when you first come out of San Jose del Cabo, there's you hit this dirt road, and there's for quite a ways. There's a lot of nice houses and being built, and there's some really nice places. And then you just cruise along down this road, up and down hills. Then you're down, where there's a big kind of a wash along the beach, and then you go up and down, and it was
cool.
It was quite the road.
But you do not want to take your little freaking
Honda.
I was going to say Honda too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was. I think I did.
Or Kia or anything.
You're going to want a half decent car. You don't need a four-wheel drive, but at least a pickup truck probably on this road. The Bronco was no problem, of course, but there was a lot of place where there was big divots in the road and stuff like that getting started. It got better.
It's a wash, and there were like sandy areas and stuff, but whatever, it's all good. Just don't bring your little car. Hi, big fella. How's it going, big fella?
Handsome. Hello.
How are you, buddy?
Oh, look at that.
Not a good-looking little animal you is. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, you good boy. Bye. It's probably not.
Yeah. So we drove. So we researched the East Cape for a little bit, and then we're driving along. We're like, oh, look at that beach! Look at that beach! Look at that beach! And then he said, where do we decide to stop? Like, we go and pick a spot, and the next one might be better. We just don't know where to stop. So.
Lots of people camping.
So we drove for about, there was some spots were more than others, and then we saw some that were like only 1 or 2 vehicles. Now, we were early on in our trip. We hadn't done much camping at this point, so we were kind of like, maybe we should camp where there's people. So we decided
and there's lots of sand. You're pretty much on the beach, so
in case you get stuck.
Well, we got the Bronco, but it's like when you're by yourself, why?
Just never know. Right? So anyway, we decided, okay, we're going to stop at the next beach that has, a few people that are camping there. So that was about like from San Jose del Cabo. It was probably like 60 kilometers or something like that, but like an hour and a half to do 60 kilometers.
Oh yeah, because it's and then you're stopping and taking pictures all the time.
Well, I gotta take pictures.
You get up on a road and you overlooking like 2 bays, a bay there and a bay there.
It's like stunning.
Wow.
Yeah, just really stunning.
Very impressive.
So anyway, we pulled into this first spot. We're like, oh, there's a bunch of people down there. Okay, we're gonna pull into this beach. Got out and it was freaking windy and cold. We talked to this guy, the first guy we talked to,
but it was windy.
Well, it was. I had to put a hoodie on. We talked to the first guy we talked to, and he's from Powell River, B.C., which is
German
where
fella.
he's from. So
German fella.
lots of BCers on the Baja.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we decided that we were going to move down the beach a little bit because there was a big mountain at the other end that was going to shelter us a bit, being in a tent. We were the only people in a tent. So went down that end, and it was a lot less windy. There was a couple of palapas on the beach, so we pulled up next to a palapa. We kind of were feeling like we were on Gilligan's Island, like, there was people, but nobody was crammed in next to each other. They were sort of down the beach and stuff like that. And we drove through to get there. We drove through a little fishing village, just a bunch of shacks and stuff like that. And we just set up camp, and that was night 1.
Yeah, no showers, no toilets, but
just
you got to shovel.
Dry camping.
You got to shovel.
Yeah, you go and shovel a hole, and that's where you poop. So, anyways, well, that's where I pooped.
Yeah.
I pooped in a hole. Did you?
I pooped the bed.
Shut up. I don't know if we should edit that part or not. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so it got cold at night. We bundled right up and everything, and then but it was nice and warm during the day. Probably was mid-20s in Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
Any Americans watching?
Oh, it was good. It was nice and warm.
Yeah.
Nice and warm during the day, and it cooled down at night. Yeah. Which was great because you went around, gathered up sticks. There was lots of, like a big tide line. And
when I went for my run on the beach, that's where we met Wilson.
That's where Wilson came from.
Where Wilson came from for the very first time. So we found this coconut. I found this coconut on the beach. I brought him back, and we decided to name him Wilson. And if anybody's asking, is it the Tom Hanks Wilson? Because lots of people ask us that.
What was it, Shipwrecked or whatever it was called? I don't know what it was called. I don't know. The Tom Hanks one, Wilson. Everybody knows Wilson.
Wilson.
That's Wilson.
Wilson the volleyball.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was Wilson. So anyway, so we were having, hanging out, just, puttering like you do when you're camping because there's nothing else going on.
Exactly.
Just
no cell service, no Wi-Fi.
It was great.
Nothing.
Nothing going on. So we were just enjoying ourselves on the beach, and we did some swimming, and then we tried out our snorkel masks for the first time.
And
yeah,
I figured I needed to shave a little bit better because it didn't work so good.
Whatever. So anyway, in that area, fantastic snorkeling. We saw all kinds of fish there, didn't we?
Yeah. It was good. It wasn't great big fish, but lots of little ones.
Well, they had said, I saw a few big ones. Like I saw a few angelfish, and I saw them big, long eel-like things. But they had said that the visibility wasn't really great there because it had been windy the few days that we were there. But
it wasn't horrible.
It wasn't horrible. It was pretty good, I thought. So then, gathering sticks on the beach because we figured, okay, it's going to get cold for our Battleship battle that night. So
a lot of Battleship there.
So I went and gathered a whole bunch of sticks and stuff, and we had a fire. We played Battleship.
Kaboom.
Yeah.
And Spaloosh.
That's how you play Battleship. And then, I don't know if we've talked about it yet much in the videos. I guess we did in a previous camping video, but we got set right up there with our kitchen and everything. So it just pulls right out of the back of the Bronco. And
yeah, it was good. It was
Brent
perfect.
Was cooking us up some tacos and stuff.
Yeah, we had chicken tacos, and we had shrimp tacos, I think.
Because I love tacos.
Yeah.
I'll eat tacos every day. So
you're good.
So anyway, we did all that, and then when I went for another long run on the beach, then I found Wilma. Wilma. Okay. So anyways, Wilma here fell for Wilson right away.
Well, what do you expect?
What do you expect? Kind of just like us, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, we had Wilma and Wilson. They came from the East Cape, and they have been on every adventure with us ever since then. So very cool. So Wilma and Wilson from the East Cape. So that was super fun. Right? Yeah, Wilson's looking a little haggard now.
Well, he could use a bit of a shave.
Yeah.
So could I.
Me too.
Whatever.
So, anyway, East Cape, one of our favorite adventures. Again, spent 3 days doing like almost nothing, snorkeling, beaching, eating tacos.
Watching the manta rays. And I'm talking, they're not just the little guys, they're the big ones. Mm-hmm. They're like a sheet of plywood coming out of the friggin' ocean. And like 10, 12 feet in the air and splashing. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it really was. And then, I can't remember if we said it already in this video, but we met the sailboat people. There's a bunch of sailboats that come in.
That's a perfect spot to anchor.
Moor there, in the bay. And so people would take their little skiffs in and come to town for dinner.
Yeah.
So that was great. We met a lot of people that way as well. And then we also met Jose the Fisherman.
Yep.
Yeah. Jose
great guy. He a friendly fella.
Yeah. He would come and check on us every day, and it was interesting to watch them because they fish at night. So they leave at dusk, and then we'd see them heading off.
Yeah, a blue light out in the water.
Yeah.
And they head out towards that light.
Yeah. And then I would go for my run on the beach, and then I would find the three of them all bundled up wearing stuff like this because they were cold because they'd been out all night, and three of them would be asleep under the palapa in the middle of the day where it's like 25 degrees, and they were all bundled up.
And they worked all night.
I know, they worked all night. I get it. I know it's like to be cold.
But Jose, he was from
La Paz.
La Paz.
Yeah.
And he comes down with his boat, and they drag their boat in and out of the water. They just run their boats up onto the beach.
Yeah.
And then they drag him up with a Bronco, with old Bronco.
Yeah.
And his Bronco's got a bumper on the front, and it pushes him back down the beach and into the water.
Yeah. It's interesting to see how they do it. They just do it with whatever they have to make it work.
Yeah.
And
They're good at it.
and this little fishing village, like, I mean, it's just a bunch of shacks, right? That's all it is. But when you live in a warm climate, I mean, what more do you need, right?
Yeah,
So,
they're living the dream, man.
yeah. So
Living the dream. They're making enough money to support their families and whatever.
yeah,
It's not a bad life.
it's not bad at all. So yeah, here's a little clip about Jose, because I did a little interview with Jose.
Ah, that's right.
So we're gonna show that, and then we'll come back in a minute. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're in there. This is my friend Jose. And what's the name of the beach that we're at?
What is it?
The name of the playa.
Bahía Los Frailes.
Okay. All right.
Fisherman.
Okay. And if you want to come fishing here, right now at this time of year, we're in January, or if you want to fish in La Paz, he is your guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What kind of fish?
Red snapper, the catch is good.
Okay.
Bahía Los Frailes is good for fishing.
Okay. All right. Maybe some marlin and some tuna?
Yes. Marlin, yellowfin.
Yeah.
It's good, yes. Here.
Okay.
Mahi.
Mahi. All right. Okay, so Jose is your guy, and we'll let you know in the comments how to find him. Okay, we're back.
Back.
So,
Being a little lucky tonight.
yeah, you're pretty lucky, all right. So am I. So yeah, and then what else? I can't remember. Did we talk about me hiking in the mountains and finding all the
that gold?
Remember all the gold, baby?
Yeah, you were rich.
Yeah. So there was the big mountain that we used for shelter. I started bushwhacking up that because I thought, okay, I'm going to go for a hike to the top of that. And I bushwhacked for a while, and then I did discover that there was a trail. So got to the top of that and just gave you spectacular views of the whole area.
I was just waving away.
Yeah, way up there. Way up. Anyways, but on the trail there was specks of gold, so I was picking up little gold
But
nuggets.
it wasn't gold.
Yeah, you don't know. We haven't tested it. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that there's gold in them there mountains. What?
Well, you never know. I hope so.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, and then on the real estate side of it, I did go for a run one day and met a lady, and her son was a real estate agent in the area, and he said that place is just starting to boom. Like Brent mentioned earlier, there's all kinds of really, really nice houses in the area. But I mean, you got to remember, you are out in the middle of nowhere. There is no cell service, no services out there.
No, you bring you have to bring your water in. And with tanks
all of that,
and
but it's a
whatever.
place to invest for the future, I'm sure, because more people are discovering the East Cape, especially after you guys subscribe and make this video go viral. More
yeah.
people will know about the East Cape,
Yeah.
right? So anyway, so then when we left, we were there 3 days, and then we really discovered where we were. We were in the Cabo Pulmo
Yeah, it was already around the corner.
National Park, and there was
The town.
there was the town right around the corner.
And we could have got ice and everything, a little dry.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 110 people that live in this little town, but there is a community there. There's a few Airbnbs and a, you know, little hotel and stuff like that that's there. We had no idea that we were that close to civilization. And then when we left on the third day, first that was the test for the Bronco to see if you could see if it could get out of the sand with no problem.
Yeah, it was. But I mean, the Bronco's the shit.
I know. It's got the goat.
It's got the goat, so you just kind of click through stuff and it goes sand mode. And it kind of just locks everything up and it's like, boom, right out of there like nothing.
I love my Bronco.
Yeah, it's a pretty good rig.
Yeah. So if you are going to go on this kind of, especially on the Baja where you are going to do what they call overlanding, overlanders know that, but there's people out there that might not. So you are going to need some sort of a vehicle like that to really get the most out of the Baja. There was
a few 4x Chevy pickups.
And we're getting stuck. Don't bash Chevy.
I'm not bashing Chevy, but they're getting stuck.
Yeah.
Right? But, you know, they get out and somebody come and pull them out and whatever, they get out. Yeah. But it's deep. The sand is deep.
Sand.
So when you get going, don't lose your momentum and just keep going.
It's kind of like when I go for my run too. It's like you don't lose your momentum. You get tough runs on the sand like that too. But so we got the Bronco out of there and we got going and headed out to Cabo Pulmo. But I have to say that out of our 4 months driving through Mexico, that 3 days was still one of the
highlights.
One of the highlights.
One of the highlights.
Sure.
It was absolutely amazing. You wake up in the morning, we're living in a damn tent.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. That was like setting our alarm to watch the sunrise.
Yeah, the sunrise.
Out. Yeah.
And because you're on the east side. So you're watching the freaking sun come up and you just open the flaps and up comes the sun and there's sailboats out there and there's ocean and you can't see land and it's just beautiful.
It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. Like something that really, really grabs you, especially in this busy life that we're in all of the time. And it just kind of, this one of those moments, it just goes like, holy crap. See, I could almost cry thinking about being there right now.
You cry over every damn
Stop it. But anyways, it's just special moments like that. So, and then, what else? I think we pretty much covered the East Cape, but, and we're almost at the end of our Baja trip because pretty quick after this, after a lunch in Las Barillas, we're heading back into La Paz and then heading to the mainland. So you easily could spend a month or 2 months on the Baja.
Easy.
Touring around.
Easy. We never saw enough of it.
Yeah. We did the Baja too quick and thankfully we live close to the Baja when we're at our other home in the U.S. So, I mean, we can probably...
That was a lot of the reason, because we could go down the Baja anytime.
Yeah, so we knew
we had a long ways to go. We had a long ways to go.
Yeah. So living in Arizona, there'll be future Baja trips where we can go and just spend a whole month on the Baja and explore more of the East Cape.
Yeah, you don't need a tip.
No, you don't need a tip to go to the Baja. If you don't know what a tip is, see our other video about bringing your vehicle to Mexico.
Yeah, already been done.
And our next video is just going to be a short one on Las Barillas, where we did stop for lunch after we left the East Cape. And we had the most amazing tacos. Didn't we?
Yeah, they're good.
I know. I can eat more tacos than you can, but they were the most amazing tacos. And we also spent some time watching the kite surfers, which is super fun. So stay tuned for that video next. And please if you haven't already, do it for Wilma
And Wilson.
and Wilson. Please subscribe, follow, share, comment, all of that stuff. Like we said earlier in the video, it really helped us to watch YouTube and get some information. So if you can share this with anybody who might need it, that would be fabulous. We love you.
Adios.
Ciao.
In here, never going slow. My old Bronco. I flipped it over up on Arnold Hill. Turned it back over and